Welcome everybody, Drake Hawkins with you, and today we're going to be starting a game of Colonization 4. Well, Civilization 4 Colonization, back when they made them named together, which is a little weird. But we are playing as the Dutch. We have our Leiden flute. That's our flute named Leiden. And we also have, if you can see down in the bottom right here, I'm going to try to be real quick with all the information as we get into this. There'll be lots more to learn as we go and talk about as we go. We start with a Dragoon mount loaded on our ship. We've arrived on the eastern side of the New World, just off the shore. Somewhere over here is going to be land very soon, hopefully very soon. We start with a master carpenter as the Dutch. Let's actually look at our character. He's there. I just looked him up. So Peter Stuyvesant. He has the civilization trait. So this is for being the Dutch. They're mercantiles, better prices. They start with a market in their towns. As the leader, he gets building requirements, cost a little less material to make. And as capitalist, better prices for bargaining and a free village market in every settlement. 25% storage capacity in your settlement. So basically the free market is nice. The building is a little better and the storage capacity, settlements, market pricing. Basically we get to sell some more stuff. That's who we're playing. If we select our boat here, we can see along the bottom all the things that our boat can be told to do. Left is our mini-map. It gets us some information like we can do map hotkeys and stuff. Our current cash for the total of our game is in the top left. And a bunch of other information up here we'll look into as we go. We just checked the Civilopedia. There's all sorts of other things up there as well. We're going to look for the tiles that we can move forward in. If I mouse here, you see in the bottom left, it says defense bonus and favorable winds. We'll take the favorable winds, thank you. A dream of fame and glory. Yes, we have a dream to go to the New World. That's why we're here, friends. If I go that way, ooh, it's noisy. Let's get out of here. Favorable winds that way? Lovely. How about here? Nice. Peoples on the islands. Or the New World, or wherever it is. Let's sail towards these peoples. So we are, this is 1492, so you can save any commentary on morality of 2023, and we're just going to enjoy the game. These are enemies, and we are going to either be trading with them or conquering them at some point. Probably a combination of both. Our Dragoon can go... Let's move our Dragoon in here. We don't want to attack them immediately. Nice. We've got 3 fishing spots and an iron deposit. Their village, there's some mountains there, so we might be able to settle here. I'm unsure. It says we could try settling there. Let's go here to see if we'll be able to... Oh, nice. Silver deposit. That's going to be a good cash flow if we get that. So we'd have to be... Well, we could get it from here because we're on the We the People mod of colonization. So there's a whole bunch of improvements and changes. This is the only way I like to play this one. So there's the cities in the original are just like these 9 tiles, the center and anything 1 tile around it. The new, this mod allows you to utilize everything in a 5x5 square. So we would actually access this fish up here and the silver eventually as our culture borders expand. Okay, let's end our first turn there. Can we settle here? I think that's the best choice. It's going to get us a lot of food supply. It's probably premature to do that, actually. New Amsterdam. Sure. And in New Amsterdam, we can look at our city. So you can see on the mini map up here, it's much bigger. Normally it's just the 3, but so we have the 5x5. Right here is the silver deposit that we found. And up here, there'd be the fish, another fish, another fish, and then our ore deposit, I think, was right here. So yeah, iron ore deposit. So we get to move our carpenter around. He's right now sitting here collecting some logs to get working on production. We can choose the production up here in the top right. This will show what, well, let's say we go with a pier first to get some, the ability to do some fishing. You mouse over what this does. It adds required to train the small coastal ship. We don't need that yet, but the water tiles plus 2 food. So right now we can only fish in a tile that actually has a specialty fish deposit. Once we get this, we'll be able to put fishermen on everywhere along there. And then the upgrades of this, I think, gets to 3 food per tile. So a expert fisherman would double those numbers. So he could probably get 8 or 10 food off of 1 tile. Every colonist will consume, I believe, 2 food a turn. Some of this I'm just kind of a little vague on, but I'm going to switch the production of the capital tile, the central tile, to ore, so we can start stockpiling some ore for later. We're making the pier. If I hold shift, I can then tell it to make the chapel, and then I can tell it to make the village hall. That's the order I think I want. These ones down here are going to be very important, actually. That converts each one of our hammers that are carpentry shop. Right now, by default, it only produces 1. With an expert carpenter on it, which we have, it could produce 7, but we don't have the lumber to consume. So we'll stay here for a few turns, get some lumber, move them over, and back and forth for now. But this thing would consume, these 5 options here would consume the hammers to make great people points, or sort of. Their exploration, religion, trade, military, and politics points. There are basically 5 categories of founding fathers that you can get that basically produce an empire-wide buff or a colony-wide buff for you, for all of your colonies. Details about the colonies are up here. Basically, we're growing. We need 194 food for this colony to grow. It's not like your normal civ, but you can actually recruit people. Like, we just brought a carpenter from the New World. If we sail back to the Old World, and from the Old World rather, if we sail back to the Old World and we pick up a fisherman, we bring him, we put him in here. That doesn't affect this local growth. It just simply adds another population. It's a funky system, and I really enjoy it. Down at the bottom is all the resources we have, which is basically nothing. We're producing a positive food, which is good. If we go into 0 food and negative, the moment we do, anybody that's in the city will be ejected out as garrison, and they'll just be standing around doing nothing and not be able to produce. So, all that shenanigans aside, this fine fellow is here to talk to the locals. Oh, nice. They've given us a precious treasure. It's actually a treasure that we need to transport by galleon back to the home world if we're going to cash in on it, but they are expert miners. That's good. So we could actually train this guy. He starts as a free colonist, which is an undefined... Oh, gold as well. We got silver, we got gold. There's cotton up in the valley there. Lots of fish. We're going to get ourselves in trouble here. But I think we'll leave him as a dragoon. He's going to eventually get enough experience being a dragoon to become a veteran dragoon. So we can sail him around. This is our treasure. So it basically sits here. It's worth 432 if we transport it back to the Old World and convert it there. We cannot do that in our own colony. But we could ask, once we get, I think we have to get a pier, or at least, or a dock, one or the other, and then we could ask the king to help us transport it. Of course, he'll happily do that for a tiny fee, like half the value. Crew of the ship has gained some experience. All right, that's lovely. And next turn, we'll be able to use that experience. Let's explore north here a bit. We'll zigzag our way around, try to cover as much territory as we can. So we're looking at about half hour, 45 minutes as our target for this, probably about 45 minutes for the play. There's the first few updates. Those are, I'm not going to bother talking about what those are. They're basically just events that happen as you go through the world. And then different mini sub-quests that they give you in this mod. Immense Dan, before you deeply ready to listen to every word. Okay, so we get a buff that we get to assign to our settlement. We can look at our settlement and say we either produce at the central tile, we can either produce an extra 2 food, an extra 1 Liberty Bell, or an extra 1 cross. So we'll talk about what those do, but which one do I want to start with? I'm gonna say we probably will go with Liberty Bells. Yes, let's go with free Liberty Bell every turn. I don't know if there's a meta for that, a best choice, but a group of private traders in your colony insist they need more markets. They need to offer, they even offer a reward if you can be the first to have 5 cities with markets. So these are going to happen throughout the game. So every time we build a church the first time, they'll be like, hey, we'll give you a bonus if you can build 5 of them, that sort of thing, or whatever the number is. First native tribes met, governor, blah, blah, blah. This is just, the top up here is just going to pop up all our information as we go. Let's see what's here. Oh, nice. A conquistador. So we get a unit to, actually, I guess, probably not needed for defense, exactly. So we've got silver and gold. and a new unit. Now, our ship gained experience, so that was enough to get him actually 2 levels, I believe. Okay, click on the promote unit option here. We want the navigation, which gives a +1 visibility and a +1 movement range. We immediately can see more, and he gets a second one, so we'll go with the +1 movement range. Now he should be able to scoot oot and a boot pretty quick. That is Spanish? Yes, Hernan Cortez. That's Spanish colonists. So that's probably where they're going to settle their town. All right then, Mr. Cortez. Look at that mobility though, eh? There's another tribe up there. Now, we don't have any units on this boat. We could send it immediately back to the New World, but we're going to sail up to a village or 2 and try to use our $100 to buy and sell some stuff if we can. If we can buy some like of their furs or something like that and then take it back to the New World, that'd be nice. Not alone in the foreign land. Okay, we have discovered other Europeans indeed are here. So if we actually want to sneak a peek at all the numbers that are here, we can go, I think, foreign advisor up here. Yes. Okay, so it looks like we have the Tsar of Russia, we have the King of Sweden, so these each have colonies. So Russia, Sweden, Denmark, Portugal, Netherlands, Spain, France, England, and that's another Spain. Oh, really? No, sorry, this is the Hernan Cortez. So this is the colony of Spain. These are the empires. Yes, okay. And then the Mixtec are the only native tribe we've met. So aside from the church, we have 7 empires. Plus us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and our stadtholder is the Dutch Empire. All right, let's keep scouting around here. Our boat has arrived. Let's see what we can do for trade. They have 100 furs and 47 grapes. They're not going to sell us all of those. We could ask for the 36, not 100 furs, 63. Pardon me, furs. What do they want? They'll sell them to us for $63. Nice. That works. We're not going to be able to get any more than that. We just don't have the money. We can sail up and around here a little bit. Looks like we've got a peninsula of sorts. These are always worth taking. I have actually chosen one odd thing in this. I've deactivated the sea creatures, so you're not going to get attacked by krakens and white sharks or great white sharks, and it's just weird to me that a great white shark would be able to attack you in a sailing vessel. It just doesn't happen. And kraken or other things, it's just weird. It just threw me off when I played it at the beginning. I'm like, this is a little bit of an unfun feature. So not a big factor either way. It almost never happens. It's just weird to me. First trade agreement. All right, a little write-up for having met some friends. I don't think the conquistador can go through the mountains. Let's see what's up here. Ooh, land across the way as well. And we got $73. Okay, let's go up to this village then and see what... Oh, this is another people group. Uh-huh. It's another native group, and that is Samuel de Champlain. The French are up here, huh? Let's see what else we can trade. He would be able to trade us 100 fur or cotton. I'm going to go with the 100 fur. You'll sell them to me for $100. Basically, they there you go. There's the French. They're not particularly they're not in any positive or negative relations with me, the native tribes. So they're willing to trade very good rates for us right now, very cheap rates for their goods. As the time progresses, they get less friendly, and they also get less interested in helping. So we have goods that have been traded. So we've begun the trade battle. Every empire can do this. Whoever is the first to transport 5,000 fur to Europe wins whatever that is. I don't think we can go up the mountains there with this guy. This is a unit that doesn't travel like that. The French in Quebec, they've settled Quebec. We're going to go ahead up this way and just kind of sail to the New World. The Russian colonies. I think he's on his way home, perhaps. All right, so instead of sailing manually, I'm going to click down here. There are 2 options. We could sail to Europe, or we could sail to Africa. We're going to sail to Europe here. Send him home. The free colonist, the Dragoon, has arrived at another village. We can chat with them. They have another lovely treasure to send. Excellent. We'll send that home. Now, those are not going to last long. We get, basically, as you arrive at a village, the first European to arrive in a village can do that and say, hi, thanks. And they might give you a map, they might train your troops. Family reunion overseas. It seems like we're starting to discover a lot of Europeans around, which is not exactly great. These are a little risky. So there is one save scum I will do in this game, and that is when your fully strengthed military unit, who could literally squish anything on the map right now, right? When he walks across and sees some sort of random thing, he can lose half his health just as a random event. That's fine. It's painful, it takes some time to recover, but your tier 5, like, legendary unit could walk across a dirt mound and instantly vanish. Fully, like, not from 100% health. They could have a 12 hit points they could easily crush this guy and then instantly vanish. That's another one of those things I find a little annoying and frustrating. So I will use the auto save, or the save scum, just for that feature. Any other bad event that happens, too bad. We're just stuck with it. But when it just wipes your unit entirely, I don't care for that mechanic. It's just it's too much of an event. It makes the game not fun. And it would throw us back so badly that we wouldn't be able to function. All right, we have arrived back in Europe. We have arrived with 2 of our 3 cargo, because this is the Flute. It's the Dutch special ship. It's one of their biggest bonuses. It can transport 3 stockpiles or 3 stacks of items, or people. Our normal is only 1. So, I'm sorry, normal ships are 2. We can go ahead and sell all our goods, or we can drag and drop them. If you mouse over them, it shows you what the value of these are in different areas. If we would have sailed to Africa or to Port Royal, we would have gotten different prices for these products. But here, we're going to be able to sell them all. Just go ahead and sell all. We have a max tax rate of 55%. That's our relations with the home country and all the events that we've gone through that'll change that. But primarily right now, tax rate 0. We're not considered a taxable target. At the top, we've got the migrants, or emigrant. So, as we produce crosses in the New World, the happiness and discontent will affect that number. But also, as we produce crosses, when we fill up this first 10, we will take one of these random people that have arrived due to religious discontent on the docks, and they will be not on the docks. These are pre-dock people, and they will eventually end up on these docks where we can take them aboard. There's a couple options here. We have a free colonist, a blacksmith, a prepared settler. That's really good. We're definitely going to do that. So we've got 7 of 10. We got 7 of 10 here that are of crosses, and eventually these guys would automatically join here. But for now, we can pay a very small amount of money. We have $978 after that big sale. And we can click on one of these guys, and it'll put him on the dock, and it'll automatically replace him with a random person from the potential list. If I click this button, I can pay straight up to hire people. And that's probably a good idea. I should have actually done that. Oh, no, we can still do that. Expert fisherman for $800. Okay. Or we go back and we sell some stuff. We don't need the expert fisherman. This guy was a lucky find. A prepared settler is like what we had at the beginning, sort of. He's got all the equipment to settle a town. You can't just settle a town with anybody in this version. You actually have to have settler's tools, which is a whole collection of items. It's very noisy in this world. The blacksmith. Maybe we bring a blacksmith. Oh, you know what we can do? We can bring we'll bring the blacksmith later. We'll bring a free colonist. Oh, the master butcher there. Okay, interesting. And if I left click on the free colonist, I can make him into a variety of different things. So I could equip him as a colonial militia, would get him some guns and stuff, or some swords for town guard. We could make him a scout, which would give him some horses. And those prices are, partially this, but so he would be actually equipped with some horses if he was a scout. What I want is a pioneer. He's not a trained hardy pioneer, but he's a pioneer, so that's something. And then I'm going to take an indentured servant. Oh, there's an expert fisherman. Oh, we're 18 or $12 short on the expert fisherman. Oh, I'd really like to bring him instead. But we'll get him on the next trip. So let's load everybody. The expert fisherman, we could go back to the New World. Hold on. We can hit escape and go over here and see if any of these guys are going to find any cash for us. And then we might... Oh, there's some horses. Then we might reconsider. Like this fine fellow who can walk in here and see if these people have a treasure for us. No, they gave us many learnings from their battles. So this guy just gained some experience. Excellent. And there's expert hunters to train there. So we can send a villager, one of those people that we just got, for instance, over to this city right next to ours. It's hard to see it because of that overlay, but they are, or is it? There you go. Mouse up far enough. They're expert miners. So we can actually train them to mine this iron for us. Unfortunately, we don't get the silver or the gold. Well, the gold is never inside this town range, but the silver will be accessible only when we expand our colony twice. It has to expand out here, and then it has to expand out here, and it has to push their culture back to claim control of that zone, although that is not currently in their territory. Notice in the bottom left, the pop-up shows the color name. So this territory is Mixtec. It's 100% Mixtec. This one is 3% Mixtec and 96% Dutch. Their city here is slowly going to, not slowly, very quickly going to become culturally pushed out, and if we're still at peace with them, they'll walk away, but it will upset. They'll leave their village. They'll abandon it. It'll upset them quite a bit. So we're eventually bound to be in conflict with these guys because we settled so in their face. They seem to go up here. We're also going to be in conflict with the Spanish, I would imagine, because we are so close. But we've got horses up here. That's good. We'll need those, start breeding those eventually. All right, so our dude is what? Is he able to move? No, he's not able to move this turn, so just wait, dude. So we didn't get any money, but we could train this guy as an expert hunter, but of course we still don't want to do that. Got some iron up there and some deer up here. This is for hunting for furs. Looks like we did not get what I was hoping, so we're going to click back to Europe right here, and we're going to send this ship, sail to the New World. Now, we can either sail them to the east of the New World. We could eventually sail them around the other way. It takes a lot longer, but we could have them come in from the other side of the map if we've explored all the way to the Pacific. We are going to choose the colony and the list, and they'll sail to the New World, and then they'll auto-sail to that city. It's just a nice buff that's not in the normal. We're just 12 bucks short of that fisherman, but we'll get him next round. Let's move on. First to discover a route to Asia. So we came here, and of course the story is that, you know, Columbus and his attempted sail to the West Indies, the East Indies rather, he wanted to go find a route west to get to the spice trade, and he ran into a big giant continent, didn't find a path through. So the idea is we just got back to Europe and said, hey, there's a new continent here, and they're like, yeah, but we really want to get to to Asia, so hurry up and find it, and that's the quest. Next, for this guy, we get our leveled experience that we were trained from New Tno? I don't know. I'm going to butcher all the names, including the European ones. So he's got Explorer 1 and now Explorer 2, which is awesome. Makes him a good old scout. You get around pretty quick. He's actually better than a scout now. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at that. There's a little red, it's a red cross, but it's a red cross with the Spanish yellow line around it. And I believe that is a... Is that a... I don't know if this is a... I think this indicates that it's a Jesuit, like a high-level missionary. So they're going to have converts coming from these guys. We're probably... My hope is that the Spanish actually get into conflict with them before we do. The Russians would like open borders to pass through territory. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that for now. We're going to just fortify these ships here. Our conquistador can go in here and we'll say, no, we're here in peace, for sure. We just want to talk, man. Oh, what is this? This is an open grassland spot. That's a perfect grazing territory. And farming and basically everything else. Okay, here's another colony, another tribe we can talk to. So each of these independently, if we're the first ones to talk to them, we get that feature of being able to get a prize or a bonus gift from them. All right, so our guy here is what is he? He's a free colonist, but we've made him a pioneer. So I'm actually going to send him here. He's going to spend some cash every time he does an action, but his job is really simple. Make roads, make mines, make foraging, foresters' lodges, and all that jazz. This fine fellow is an indentured servant going to go up here, and he's going to talk to the locals and say, can you train me in your masterwork skills of expert minership, please? This guy, however, is an interesting choice. Now, where do we go with this one? I think we're going to end up going inland on this. There is a strange spot here. We might be able to get a spot without angering the locals that lets us get this gold. If we can get a gold mine here, well, that'll be a gold mine. I think the ideal spot for him might be something like just this or this. Let's head up this way, see if we can settle a spot that will allow us to settle the town without paying the locals for the land. If we can find a spot, because if we have to pay them, it'll eventually upset them. And we want to not upset them anymore till we've got a lot of this gold, because the gold is worth a lot. So is the silver. We're quite a little bit out of range, but look at the silver here. Like, we just sent a bunch of furs back, right? We get 900 or 800 bucks for selling 100 and something furs. They only sell for $5 back in Europe, whereas the silver sells for 20 right now. The slight prices fluctuate slightly, but the gold sells for 40. So every piece of gold that we pull out of there is worth 8 fur. Like, that's ridiculously good luck at the beginning, if we can get it. So we're here in town. We could load some goods, some iron or some lumber. That's all we've got there, but I think we'll skip that. We'll pop over here, and we'll use some of our 168 bucks. Oh, next turn we will. Try to trade with these folks, see what we can get. Oh, and there he goes. The king is starting to make demands. Our farmers back home have had their harvest ruined. They're starving. Their children are dying. It's a terrible situation. Immediate help is needed. Send us 163 coin to reinforce the palace guard. Your Majesty, it is an honor. Meet the demand, and maximum rate of tax is reduced. So we were looking at that, it was 55%. The max tax that he can ever put on us drops if we give him these favorable things early on, which can be huge in the long run. Perhaps you should economize. Annoys the king and max tax rate will increase, but most importantly, annoys the king. We don't want him annoyed because he will consider us more of a threat, and then he'll build a bigger army faster. We just have to suck it up and kiss the ring. Thankfully, it wasn't an early tax. All right, this fellow here is, now that's a good question. Do I do the mining first or do I do the lumber first? There's light forest here and there's forest here. I'm going to actually move him one more tile, and we'll tell him to go here. Next turn, he'll start working on that. The Conquistador can head over this way. And hi, kitty cat. Let's speak to the locals here. Expert fisherman. Nice. All right, pearl necklace worth 140 bucks. Wonderful. Oh, this is interesting. Coca plants. Coca plants available in somewhere eventually. Let's see what we can do for trade. You have 100. We have 145 bucks, right? Because the king took everything. What a jerk. Cocoa pods. No, I think we'll take the fur if we can. Maybe they'll give us both. What do you want for this? Oh, they won't. Not for that price, apparently. Okay, we'll accept that offer, 50-something bucks for that. Let's go down to talk to this expert farmer here. Now, ideally, a new settler right away would be awesome to send them over here, where we just discovered they have expert fishermen to train us, or trainable. One of the other things about this mod is we can only... is it F5? No, it's not. Control S? No. Yeah, that's it. We can only have one person actively training in a village at a time. $123 of valuables. Lovely. All right, this guy is going to build an object here. He's going to build a lodge. This will increase the lumber output for that tile. Discovered artifacts worth $81. Okay, and our ship has arrived with all that new extra cash available to buy. We can buy some hemp and some more fur. I like that idea. They'll charge us 185 bucks for it. Okay. Wouldn't mind dropping the hemp off. Do we sail back up or sail? We'll sail a little further down the coast to explore a bit. All right, there's another village down here. This might actually be expert fishermen as well. It's possible. Or they could be pepper planters, because we don't have anybody to talk to them. Oh, yes, we can trade with them, but we cannot actually interact with their leaders directly. Native gold. This is we've been brought a trade of some sort, I think. Oh no, that's the value of trading with the natives that's been cited there. All right, so we can trade. The ship's captain can trade with these guys, get a little more fur. Okay, they will limit the fur. It's 43, because the amount of fur, if we accept that, the amount of fur we have should now be, yeah. No, that isn't. Okay, I was going to say, if it's going to overfill us, they'll only give us enough to max out our supply, our hold. Yeah, like that. It just deleted our unit. So that's not going to happen. Let's just load back up to that save. Thankfully, the saves are real nice and quick. See, look at that. All right, this time we get experience. So there is a re-roll on that, unfortunately. All right, so we started building a lodge there. This guy moved up north, got a bit of money. Oh, there was some sheep, or not sheep, grain spots up there. I'll buy both of these from them. 185 bucks again, and we'll sail down here. We did that before, but silly glitch. It is random every time, so might happen again. I don't know. Go here. And we will trade with you fine fellow. So 40. So we don't, yeah, it's slightly different. That's fine. We don't have the money for that. Okay, never mind then. You can wait your turn. And, oh, this guy now has his experience. There is another one I want. Forced March. Visibility range +1. Terrain movement cost down by 1. So he gets quite mobile. All right, that's pretty awesome. So we'll go ahead and do that. And they just did the same old screw up. In this case, it was they automatically declared war on us for walking nearby. So no, it is what it is. I'm not going to wreck the entire gameplay for that one event. Hello, Spaniards. We found a treasure. Lovely. You can head down this way. Yeah, it's a little annoying. It's a little cheesy, but the game, it's just too random. Like, there's no, like, it wasn't like because we upset them a few times, they got angry with us. No, it's just a roll of a dice. There's an X% chance that every time you step on one of those, a game-altering, destroy your entire plans, things happen. And it's not very fun. Just not very fun. That's why I do it. I know, people will be like, you're cheating. Whatever. There's a save, scum. It happens. Oh. Conquistador's being attacked. He got injured, but he wasn't killed, so we can mouse over and see his health. See, if that was an attack by one of those creatures, and we lucked out bad, and he just killed our unit, that would not be the same. That would be a conflict roll of the dice, not a you die dice. You know what I mean? Like, there's a fundamental fun factor difference. And one is challenged, the other is just sheer stupid to me. All right, so this guy is now willing to sell us the 43 fur. He has, good, and we'll keep sailing down. Apari, this is another community. So this is a different tribal group than this one. So if we are friends with these people and we trade with these people, that's probably going to be a positive. It's unlikely. It's not unlikely. It's absolutely certain that we cannot keep the Mixtec from eventually declaring us enemies and going to war with us due to our actions, not due to a random coin flip. All right, this would be nice if I could settle here. Now, again, it's going to take some of their territory, so if I try to settle here, they'll say, sure, but pay us, and it's 2,100 bucks. Let me think about it. If I go here, will that be a more reasonable thing? That might also threaten them. 950 because we're taking less territory. Okay. I mean, we could try to go settle on the cotton or there. No, that's too close to our own colony. So we're going to need the 950 bucks to do this. Or we have to move further away and not have access to the gold directly. Let's think about that. If we're here, we'll get the gold in after our colony expands, we'll get the gold, and we'll get the cotton, and we would get this potato fields, still get the stuff by the river, and we could get that lumber up there. Okay, I don't hate that idea. I do hate the fact that it'll take longer to grow. Is it worth spending the 900 bucks to rapidly get faster access to this gold, or should we... I think the gold is what we need. I think we're going to make that cut and say 900 and something bucks is the goal. Even if I have to sell treasures to the king at an exorbitant 50% loss, that would still be worth it in my books. All right, so trade here. What do you got? A few more furs. Now we're at 172 furs. If you notice, that brings us to 200 because our other tile is full of hemp. So it has hemp in it, so we can't stack them together. We'll accept that offer, and we'll sail down and visit... Who is this? This is the Danish tribes. Okay. Oh, they have some seals. And they've got lumber. Okay. Oh, I clicked wrong there. That was unpleasant. Go in here and not declare war, thank you. Misclick would be bad right now. This guy is going to head up this way. We'll leave the Danish as kind of as far as we've sailed down there. And we'll head back towards Europe now that we've got a fairly hefty loaded vessel. This is what? Oh, it's marsh territory. Okay. I want to keep exploring, but I genuinely want to see like what the whole map has to offer. And I want to talk to all the leaders of the villages. Why is this guy not able to do anything? Oh, because he's already moved enough. He needs his full mobility to do that. You have found 61 bucks in the ship. All right. Let's say we go this way. We don't want to end in one of those stormy plots or an unfavorable tile. There we go. All right, that's the map to Europe, or the route to Europe. So we'll go ahead and hit that and let him auto the rest of the way. Those storm sounds, guys. The storm sounds are rough. All right, open borders request from Champlain. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Farewell, friend. I want to keep very positive relations with the... Why can I not talk to you? Oh, maybe this unit can't do the... Huh. Okay, maybe that unit can't explore... Oh, I wasn't able to talk to them either. Oh, okay, well that matters. That matters a lot, because I don't want to... Oh my goodness. See? I don't want to do the trip back up there, but... Alright, send you over here. Yes, I'm just not going to delete our units and entirely end the fun of the exploration and everything because there's a rando number. Not this early on in the game. New World map trades with... No, I don't care to trade maps, thank you. Okay, there we go. Our expert miner has completed his training. Good, he can go back in here. In retrospect, I would rather him walk across the landmass to go learn fishing, but that's fine. Oh, right. So you're going to go back in here and do this. And our expert miner is going to start his fine craft of fishing. That's right, because we don't have the food to support both of them. We do have a good stockpile of logs, however. Where are they? Lumber is 68. So our master carpenter gets a 100% boost to production of hammers. So building speed. So instead of producing 3, he gets 6, and the building itself produces 1. So we should finish that chapel in 2 turns, and then another 3 or 4 turns finish the other building. So nice stuff. All right, you are here to talk to our friends. Oh, smoking the peace pipe. That means somebody else has already been here. That's unfortunate for us. That's fine. End turn. We're in 1510, and our ships have arrived in Europe. 1,503 bucks. Grab that fisherman. Excellent. We will get a blacksmith because they're super good. They'll produce our tools and some swords. And we'll take an independent dude there. And we will sail back to Europe, or back to the New World. Now we have 1,030 bucks, which actually means we might have enough, unless they've changed their prices and attitude towards us. We might have enough to settle. Yes, We accept your price, buy the land. So if we seize the land, we anger them, and they're very quickly going to go to war with us, if not immediately. And in the future, that will continuously grind on them that we stole that land from them. If we purchase the land, that won't happen. Port Nassau is an inland place, however, so we cannot trade directly with Europe. We can't trade with our other village either. So let's go have a look. We can't make docks, obviously, because there's no water source. And our fine settler here has... Oh, that's right. As a prepared... No, wait a second. We make 2 gold there, huh? I think what we'll do first of all is start lumberjacking a bit of wood just to get ourselves started. We'll get the chapel built, and then we need to build a wagon train to be able to trade with this place. Then we need to send a prospector and our pioneer up here to make mines and build roads to the place. So lots and lots to happen. So we'll build the chapel, and then we'll build the village hall. It should start with, yes, it does, a market, which is a big boost for these guys because it produces crowns, which is your culture. So as culture is automatically produced, you don't normally start with any culture production. This is a big advantage to being the Dutch, because the culture boost automatically starts growing your borders. Now, unless, of course, that growth of borders is a bad thing, like, i.e. it gets you in serious trouble by, you know, culture infringing on the locals, which definitely is going to happen. Yeah, other than that, it's great to grow and expand. Let's scoot down here. I don't know if this is... Yeah, we might not see a lot down here, but we'll go down here. It might be better to go the other way, actually. Extended journey. Send cries ring out. Oh, our second settlement. Right. All right, so we've got an offer from the king. Your king has benevolently recognized the founding of your second colony in the New World and offers his support. The Royal Dutch King is offering materials to build a wagon or for weapons for the defense of the colony. So we're definitely going to go with to build a wagon. It's going to give us 20 horses. It's going to give us 20 tools, and it's going to give us 20 cloth or sailcloth or whatever it is. All right, we have also been asked to be the first ones to build inland settlements, 3 inland settlements, and we've got our first church built, so he wants 4 more of them built. All right, so this guy built the lodge, correct? Yes, there is a lodge here. We can see the building there, but it says it in the pop-up there, second last line. Now, if I click on here, this place now has a 6 production for its trees. So if I move our miner off of there onto here, he's going to be able to produce 6 logs instead of 4, which actually will keep up with our construction worker, or our carpenter. So our carpenter can crank out the stuff really good. Now, this guy, do we start with the road or the mine? Probably the road. Let's go ahead here. It's only going to cost us a bit of cash to do that. Let's keep exploring and meet these friends down here. A little bit of cash, good, I don't mind that. Sometimes I prefer those over the bigger cash hits, because the treasures are nice, but they require a long delay. Oh, colonists recently founded the city, have materials left over from construction. Oh, some want to build a chapel, others want a tavern. What would you decide to do? Well, the straight up answer is I'm going to build a tavern, because the tavern takes more to build. We can actually look at the settlement. Oh, I can't look at that. Anyways, never mind. The tavern, trust me, the tavern is more expensive to build, and we can't currently build it. All right. Yes. Our prisons are overcrowded. These criminals spout sacrilegious opinions such as only without taxes are people free, and we are the people. And otherwise speaking out against their rightful king. I love it. We'll place them in your custody if you pay 360 coin, travel expenses for them. I would love to. We just get a unit, a criminal or something to go train, but we only have 300 bucks, so we don't have the cash for it. Sorry, King. Now, I could auto route. The only problem is there's 3 tiers of roads in this version of the game, and so if I tell him to auto road, he'll build tier 1, then he'll build tier 2, then he'll build tier 3. I just want a single set of tier 1 roads connecting the tiles first. It's too expensive otherwise. All right, you guys can offload this guy. And you can offload this guy. And this guy is going to... We're going to actually grab what? Nothing, actually. Never mind. And you're going to sail north. That's fine. So our blacksmith and our fisherman here. All right. The fisherman can go ahead and get doing work on there. He is producing 10 food by himself because he's an expert fisherman, which is awesome. I don't care what you do there. What is the default there? Somebody else would be producing 5. So yeah, he's pretty epic. Instead of this guy, what we'll do is we'll have the blacksmith work on the lumber yard. That'll bump the iron miner off to the iron mining. And then our expert fisherman can make fish. And that will get us a surplus of 5 food, which means we're now growing in 33 turns. Remember, when we hit growth, it actually gives us a new free settler. And our blacksmith, when we build a smithy, we'll be able to, well, once we unlock the village hall, we'll be able to see a whole bunch of new buildings. The smithy will be able to actually use the iron to produce, at the smithy up here, to produce tools, which will allow us to build higher tier weapons. So this is good. We just need kind of we probably should have a lumberjack here. We should get a lumberjack, and we should get 2 more fishermen as the default for the resources or the territory that we've got there, to utilize the territory that we have and to mass produce people. We are sending that one guy off on the boat. He'll sail around to go, hi. Yeah, okay, we'll do open borders with you. That'll let us move through your territory. And that means we won't get snagged by your by traveling by your lands there. He's gonna settle somewhere like here or whatever, and it's gonna tick off the natives, but he's going to block us in the terrain, so we don't want to do that. This way we can move through his lands. Probably not, actually. Okay, hold on a second. Let's trade while we're here. What will you be able to trade us? Coca and red pepper? Sure, 256 bucks. I accept. All right. Let's sail out this way just to get a vision as we go by. We're going to sail around to, where was the colony? Actually, we're going to sail up to this one, and we'll stop there to just see what they are for, what they have for training. They might be fishermen, they might be something else. I don't know. This does not automatically sail you back to Europe, so just going to keep cruising around up there. Scruising around? That's what we're doing. We're scruising. This wolf is chasing my treasure thing. That's very unpleasant. All right, New Amsterdam is done the village hall. Good. So now this village hall is generating Liberty Bells on its own. Rebel sentiment is right there. So that's down here. 4% of the people support independence. So we've been producing some Liberty Bells, and that's cool and all. The rebel sentiment gives a production boost. So everything that we do, for instance, building hammers, we get a 2% rebel sentiment bonus. Is that for this stuff as well? It is. Even the stuff out in the field. So we make more fish, we get more... People just work harder when they feel like they're fighting for their independence. That's the concept. We do have the supplies for this stuff here. Now, I wonder if we can build a stable. Are we able to build a stable right away? We have some horses. And I wouldn't mind having the ability to just breed up a few of them to get it started, right? That's my thought, anyways. I'm not seeing that as an option. Okay, let's exit for a second. Let's go to the Civilopedia. Let's actually say we're going to build a defensive structure. Little, not even a palisade, just some spiky things in the wall, in the walls. Just a hash of stuff in the way to stop you. Oh, look at that. That is a full-on terrain blocker, isn't it? Looks like it is. Okay. Yeah, we There might be a full continent down there. I don't know. We don't get to find out, I guess. We're going to sail this guy back to this village. And then he can go talk to the local leader. A little cash bonus. And they are expert coca collectors. Interesting. Because there was coca down here. Not far from this. So I wouldn't mind actually settling somewhere in here. Look at that. It's got fish. It's got lumber. It's got coca. And it's got iron. All within a close proximity. And coca is like it's like silver and gold. It's just a cash crop. You don't convert it or work it up into anything better, but it's a direct produced cash crop that you can increase by setting up farms. Okay, I don't want the coca collector right now. Thank you, though. We'll go back to the boat and see if they have any of the products. No, they can't. We've got 3 slots filled, so unless they had coca pods and red pepper, which is weird that they don't have coca pods, but they train for them. If we had those, they would be able to sell us more to fill our stocks. Somewhat. Whale fat prices and food has changed. So the prices fluctuate. Fort Nassau Tavern has generated 4 coins. So that place will forever generate a bit of cash for us. Because the fine people in Fort Nassau decided that the most important thing when they got settled was to set up the tavern. Can't argue with them that much, really. Head up this way. Talk to that village. You will park there. If we needed cash in an emergency, since we have a dock, we could select one of these guys and say, sell to Europe. And this would tell the king he's going to make a bunch of money, and he would cut the price in half, and you'd only pay his half. Thanks, Your Majesty, but no thank you. Exactly. I don't want to sell it to him unless if we can get a galleon, that'd be great. But right now, we're not likely to do that. Let's upgrade our docks next. So this will allow us to convert hemp into cloth, sail, and rope. But it'll also increase the storage capacity of the village, of the town, and increase the food output of the harbors. All right, so road has been built there. This is what is it called? A cottage road? Where does it show that? Road. Just a base road. And then we'll go here, here, and here to build more roads. All right, let's run you through here. Discovered a shipwreck. Don't know what it gave us. Unless there was like supposed to be a dude on there, but there wasn't. Sail on down to New D. All right, you can talk to the leaders. A little bit of cash bonus. Nice. All right, you're heading up north. This is probably going to get problematic for us. Would not be surprised if that colonist, it's an expert fisherman, going to set up a colony probably right in here. I imagine they'll just plop down right either one of these 2 tiles, because if they prop there, they can get bell peppers and lumber, more lumber, and a good fishing supply. Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. All right, so the village over here, this one's building a dock, this one's building a chapel. So we can see the tavern, that's right down here. Produces, again, more culture, which is awesome, and gold generated from however much culture we produce. So not only are we building or growing our population, or expanding our colony nicely, which is going to help, we also have, makes me wish I'd have chosen up here. We're going to switch this guy to ore, because I'd rather that than the bell peppers and the hot peppers. No, you know what? He can do red peppers for now. So yeah, I kind of wish he was 1 tile further, because the cultural expansion down here and the cost thing would have been different, but we had no guarantee that that tavern was going to be, and it may not have appeared if we did the other one. Safe at last. Suddenly, a shadow fills the doorway. Walked out by the evening sun. Woman is startled when the shadow touches her, but then she looks up and smiles. Beautiful evening, darling, the man says amiably. Where's our little one? Isn't he playing with the chickens out in the outside the door? Worried again? Be calm. We finished putting up the palisades today. No wolf will be skulking around our houses looking for chickens or something bigger. So yeah, we just put up a little basic defense structure. I don't think I can attack that guy, can I? No. The wolves are hiding in the hills. We can't get up there. All right, so we have no road there. Let's go ahead and place a road in here. It costs us like 20 or 40 bucks or whatever it is to do that each time. And this guy is going to move in here on his own. Actually, you know what? We'll take the boat in there as well. We'll do a bit of trade, see what they have. They have coffee berries and fur. They're priced about the same back home, so we'll take the fur because there's 100 of it. Excellent. All right, let's sail off this way and then we'll loop back around. See what's over here. More, that's coconut. Those are good production spots. So our fine fellow here, well, next turn he'll be able to do something. I should have waited, left him on the boat. He spent the turn to move in there, and then I moved the boat in, which was dumb. All right, so we're over the time now, but 1,000 goods traded. We got a big boost for having traded a bunch of stuff. That's lovely. All right, we're going to end it right there before we do anything else. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys are looking forward to this old classic 4X colonization Civ 4, Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Colonization. That's what it is. It was made back, oh gosh, I don't remember. It was like 2000 or earlier, probably earlier than that. But it was made in the, you know, in the days where Civ 4 was pumping out different ideas all over the place, and they were, you know, all sorts of creative concepts. I love this one. The original was even older than this. There was like a Civ 2 era one that was older than this, and it was fun. But this is my go-to for the old classics. So hope you guys enjoy the ride. Come along and join us. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. We'll see you in game.